Sakya, Team Head Professional Education Consultancy. Today I am here again with yet another interesting and interactive session with Country Manager Miss Isha Shrestha. So let's welcome our beautiful Country Manager Miss Isha Shrestha first of all, and also we have our Senior Counselor Dilasa with us. So to begin with, let's share some lockdown experience of yours, Ishaji. It's been more than 1.5 months now. So what have you learned during this lockdown time, this tough time, and your experience, please?
Firstly, thank you for welcoming me back again, guys. It's always so much fun talking to you all. And this time we finally are going live together. So lockdown, I think for me, the main thing I've been doing is cooking all the time right now. I'm actually not very much interested in cooking, but then I realized I think I try and make pretty decent enough items. So I think that's something I found out. But after the lockdown, I'm not going to the kitchen again.
So that means we are waiting for some nice recipes after lockdown opens.
No, after lockdown, no kitchen.
But for us, there is yes kitchen.
Oh yeah, professional has a kitchen in the office.
Yeah.
So you guys.
Yeah. But I think if you should have to cook like for us and like bring something interesting and delicious dish for us.
Sure. One day for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's just hope the lockdown comes out really quick. Everything goes back to normal.
Let's hope so. Finger crossed. So nowadays everyone is talking about virtual, classes, online study. So what is actually virtual classes means? Can you please explain to our viewers?
Okay, so for me, just talking about ICMS, okay, how our virtual classes runs is the only thing what differentiates us from a virtual to a face-to-face is the students are not present at class. That's it. But we've still managed to do the same thing what we do on face-to-face classes. Like our class size is still smaller, like what we used to have. So what we mean is even when we're doing, because everything is happening in Zoom and online stuff. You remember when you have like, let's say more than 50 students, the lecturer will also not be able to take care of each and every student.
Right.
But then if you have like 25, 30 students in one class, then they'll be able to communicate properly, right? So that's what has been happening in our class currently. So for us, it's more like virtual. It's just because you're staying home and doing the classes. Other than that, everything is same. Assignments are being done, group presentations are being done, everything is being done as the same way. Yeah.
So what are the benefits like the exercise that they have been taking from the like college, like libraries one, and what will they do in that case? Benefits like that.
Okay, so for us, ICMS, what we do is we have our own Moodle system where the students can log in and get all the required documents in their laptop. So they don't have to go to library. Even before also, they never had to use a library properly.
Okay.
Everything would be online. So it's not changed again. It's still the same.
It's the same.
Yeah.
So I have some queries of my students. So normally what they want to know about the visas and all. So one of my students, he wants to know that he have already lost his visa, but the visa has not been granted yet. So in that scenario, what will be the next step?
Because we have had few students whose visas have been lodged, are still waiting for the outcome. For these students, what we are doing is we're going to give them online classes. We don't want them to waste any time. So what we're going to do is July classes, they'll start online. As soon as the borders open, they have their visa on hand, they can fly right away and start doing the face-to-face if that has started in Sydney. Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Okay.
what happens if the visa get denied, and like will the money will refund it fully?
Yes, we're going to refund the money back.
Okay. Although they took the class, but if they got denied.
Yes.
So regarding the OHSC also, many students, they have already paid for that, right? For
Hmm.
insurance, OHSC. So what will happen if there are comments in this online classes, if they are not going, physically, they're in Australia.
Yeah.
So in that case, what will happen?
For this one, it's a really tricky one. I have not been able to talk about this with the team, but I think they can have it because we arrange it from Alliance, right? They can have an email sent to Alliance, and they will most probably postpone the date of what can be done accordingly. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay. So that means, normally the OHTC is, commence after they arrive over there
Arrive.
in Australia. Yeah.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
yeah, regarding the English test class, is this English tests are acceptable for the application and commencing virtual classes as well?
English test as in,
English tests are
oh,
acceptable for the this virtual classes as well,
English test as
because
in, are you telling?
many,
Yeah.
yeah,
Sorry, please continue.
yeah, many of our students now, they are doing virtual classes, so as well as they
Oh,
are
yeah,
doing online classes for English language as
yeah.
well. So
Yeah.
are you guys accepting that English classes as well?
So basically, you mean is saying that students who are studying online IELTS classes or PT classes, right?
Mhm.
No, actually, it's like a English classes that has been provided by the university right now. It's like a ALE course, it's like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
QAT course. Yes.
So what we do is firstly, ICMS, we don't do LE course. We don't give out LE course as well. Okay. So, and second of all, what we're trying to do more right now is we have our own CEPT exam from
Okay.
ICMS. So any
Okay.
students who think they're not able to give out IELTS examination,
Yeah.
Mhm.
they can contact us, and they can give out our online English exam for ICMS. Yeah.
Okay. For and can you tell us the cost about like CAPT, how much it will take, or it will be like any like cost arrangement for that, like.
We're actually planning something really nice for the CEPT, which I cannot say right now. So once that is done, I will definitely forward that to you, and you can then forward it to the students. You'll have to just wait for
Mhm.
few days. Yeah.
Few days, okay. So
Yeah.
we'll be waiting for that then.
So
Sure.
okay, this one is very interesting question. So one of my student, he
Okay.
wants to know that if there is an option for some trial classes for, for the virtual classes,
Hmm.
trial
It's like,
class as in.
it's simple. So it's actually, the students, they have the right to choose they want to do virtual class or not.
Mhm.
Okay, so if I have any student who is trying to do who's trying to see if the online classes work, they can surely come to a few of the classes. Once they're enrolled, they can come to our classes. If they're not happy with it, they can say, okay, I'm not happy. I want to go for face to face. For that, I want to defer my term,
Mhm.
and we'll be happy to do that. So as long as the students are happy of what they've received, that's the main thing that what counts for us. Yeah.
Okay. On the same note, on the will the virtual classes, the timetable be
Hmm.
suitable for the students in the different time zones, because we are here in Nepal. Our time
Yeah.
zone is different from the, uh, means in European countries. So how will you manage?
So it depends. For European, what we're trying to do right now is my academic stream, they're all
Mhm.
working on timetable. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to maybe split the classes where the time zones are totally opposite, because it'll not be possible. So, but for Australia, if you see someone studying in Australia and someone studying in Nepal, if you see, it, it'll be like 4 to 5 hours difference. So the classes would either run morning or evening.
Okay.
So like, what about the internship, like internship program? Because this like currently we have got like we are been in like lockdown. So how will the student is going to do the internship? Is there any kind of like?
So it depends. It depends on where the students are, because before the lockdown started, the students have already completed half of their internship hours.
Okay.
Okay, so there are few students who are still doing the internship, even though they have less hours because of the global situation happening right now, but they're
Okay.
still enrolled with their jobs. So that would continue. Any students who have lost their job or anyone, they can still submit. We're trying to be more flexible, and they can just submit the report and they can finish the semester.
And
Okay.
like there is a one question from my like student, due to this lockdown, like is there
So,
any kind of any kind of
if any students miss their online classes, can they join again for that class?
Yeah, for sure. Because right now, if you see, uh,
Mm,
is like what happens is, there are, even in Australia, when I talk to my students, they're having problem with the internet
I think my
issues and
internet
stuff
is
like that,
very
and they're not being able
unstable.
to connect. Yeah, can you hear me clear now? Yeah.
so
Now, yeah, now it's okay. My internet is very unstable.
Oh, okay. Sorry. So yeah, so basically what happens is, even in Sydney, not just in Nepal, if you see, the connections are not stable and stuff. So I have few students who tell me like they're not being able to join classes and stuff. So they can definitely join the other classes whenever, whichever day that's arranged, they can join in for the same thing. Yeah.
so is there any recorded classes so that the student can see it later on?
Yes, that classes would be recorded, and that it would be uploaded in the Moodle.
Okay, so there is a question like from the Vikas person, and I am seeing the question over here. What about the double masters of double master's degree?
Okay, so this is something what I need to talk to Bikash. So
Personally.
Bikash, after this live session, I'll be giving you a call. So just wait for 1 hour and we'll be talking together.
So
Because
like
I was supposed to speak with Bikash today. Since
yeah.
I'm here, after this, Bikash, I'll definitely give you a call.
So like due to this, like all like, is there any kind of discount or like any kind of scholarship for this situation in the in ICMS, like any kind of for the student
So
international students?
what we have done is, because of the current pandemic, we are giving out $1,500 temporary assistantship for the students who are starting in May and July. So
Okay,
they had a form to fill out. It was till 30th April. By the end of this week, they'll have the outcomes sent to them.
okay. So any changes in ICMS, like any procedure changes?
Mm, no, not as of now, because nothing has changed, because everything is closed down. We're just happy, and we're just expecting everything to go on, most probably by next month, as we can all see in
Okay,
the news, like Australia is coping up with the situation really well with very less cases. So they're thinking about reopening. Most
okay,
probably, if that happens, the college will open starting from June, and July students, maybe they'll have their face-to-face done from July itself.
okay,
Okay, for the viewers who just joined in, we have country manager of ICMS, Miss Isha Shrestha, and we are talking about the online classes and the current situation due to COVID-19 and courses, scholarship. If you have any queries, please do write to us. We'll surely answer your queries. And going further, what is the benefits of the virtual studies? Because
For now, what I see is, one is the students are actually, they're saving their time. If you
yeah,
see,
yeah,
if we normally see, no one is being able to tell us when this would end, right? So it's basically you're just staying home doing nothing. It's better you finish a term. And especially for international students, if you see, you're not allowed to stay vacant.
Mm-hmm.
To meet the visa rules and regulations to keep your visa valid, you have to be enrolled in your studies. So why not just get the term finished off? Because we usually hear, I'm sure you guys hear as well from your students saying, oh, I was very busy with my work, so I could not study properly,
Mm-hmm.
right? So
Yeah.
I think this is the best time. No work, just study and do good and pass the term. And then don't waste 6 months, because 6 months you can do a lot while you're studying abroad, and that saves the money. You don't have to travel. The main thing is,
Yeah.
people say traveling is very
Yes.
expensive in Sydney. You're saving that amount. So just
Yeah.
take this
They
as
are
an
saving their time.
opportunity. Exactly.
Yeah.
So
They
instead
are
of
saving
just
their
staying
time
home doing
for like
nothing.
they can work later on after completing their term and everything.
Exactly. That's what we tell the students all the time. For now, because the main intention you're going to Sydney is to not just Sydney, but anywhere, any other country as well, but is you're going to go and get a proper international degree so that you can have a better future. So let's just take that seriously, because students complain, the different things students complain, but what they're not seeing is you need to look at the brighter side of it as well. I think you're given a proper chance where you can stay home and study really well and do good for this semester.
Yeah, that's true. But especially for this, our Nepalese students, they are not
Mm-hmm.
very much used to this online, studies and virtual classes, because this is all very new to us. Even for us, it is very
Mm-hmm.
new. So it's a little bit hard for them to accept for now.
Mm-hmm.
So they have lots of questions. If my visa get cancelled, then what happened in that case? If I'm taking my virtual classes now, but my visa has not been granted, then what happened? What will be my tuition fees? If I study online, all these
Mm-hmm.
kind of queries. That's why I'm focusing these virtual classes today, because I have lots and lots of queries on this. So will there be any tuition fees different if students study online?
Not as of now. Not as of now. Like I said, because for ICMS, if you see, our online classes are exactly the same what we do face to face. So we have not compromised on anything. We are not giving
Mm-hmm.
out any presentation classes only. Our lecturers are there talking to students and teaching them properly. What we are also giving out is like our lecturers are also working part-time, whereas students contacts them saying, okay, this is something I did not understand. This is something I'm having a hard time. They would give a personal session to the students, explaining them how to go forward as well. So, these are some extra things, like we give out student support services. We give out services to students who are having hard time in their studies. We are still giving that out. So even though it's not face to face, but we have not stopped these facilities of ours. So that's, I think, one of the reasons we have not changed the pricing for it. And for July, like I said, we're expecting to go face to face classes, as of what we've seen in the news till this morning as well, regarding the situation of Australia. So we are expecting, and I think that would be from July, face to face classes would start onshore. Yeah.
So there is a question from like Himan. What would be their third semester exam like?
Okay, Himal. Okay, so yeah, third semester examination would mostly comprise of assignments.
Okay. For
Yeah.
the third,
Yeah,
third
but
and I
please,
think fourth
Himal,
also.
please, Himal, study well. If we start running face-to-face classes, you might have a proper examination. You never know.
Best of
So
luck,
please
Iman.
don't, yeah, please don't take it lightly, because yeah, like I said, face-to-face class starts as soon as it starts. All the examination, sabaiको त पर सबैको examination properly run हुन्छ. So it's so you need to study really well. Yeah.
Okay, and for practical programs, like the ICMS main program is for the
Point.
hospitality and the hotel management,
Yeah.
right? So this type of practical programs, how will the students offshore get the practical experience
Like
if they're doing their
it's
online classes?
yeah, it's like this, Purnima. So our if you see our internship semester, that's at the end of the course.
Mhm.
Okay. So we're not trying to give out just a degree where the student is doing the whole course offshore virtual thing, right? So we're just trying to have the start of the classes where the students don't want to waste the time, and they so that they can come to Sydney, have the face-to-face classes done right away when the borders are open, right? So for us, I think it won't be that much of a problem because our internship is in the fourth semester. So by that time, the student would be
Mhm.
coming to Sydney, doing few of the classes, and then go for internship.
Okay, that's nice. That's nice. So, so currently the topic is COVID-19 only. So many of our students also affect of this COVID-19.
Mhm.
So what SMS support for the COVID-19 affected international student?
Like I said, for our students, what we did was we opened up a temporary assistance for $1,500 each. The student could fill out a form and apply to the college. The outcome would be coming the end of this week. Besides that, also what we're trying to give the students is we're trying to give the students a payment plan, which I think the most of the students are looking forward is the payment plan, because right now many have lost a
Yeah.
job, or the main
Mhm.
thing is uh, there are like even in Nepal, if you see, we cannot send money
Yeah.
tuition fees, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
for them, we are extending the
Deadline for
payment
the
due date, exactly, due date
yeah.
as much as possible, and giving out payment plans. And
Okay.
we also have our student service centers who are ready to help and talk to the students. And my finance department is talking to the students almost every day about how they can help the students out. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay, talking about the COVID-19 only, what is the feedback
Mhm.
from the exactly feedback from the onshore students of ICMS?
uh i think I think we have had one two students who say, oh, okay, you know, we don't want to do online classes. There would be such students, yeah. But then
Okay.
most of the students that we have talked to, they're really happy with the online classes they're getting,
Mhm.
right? Because
And they
the
are
main thing
facing
is
like they are facing the problem of like this of unstable of internet and like
yeah. So like I said, so what we're giving is, for our lecturers, we're trying to give them as much facilities as we can so that they can run the classes smoothly from home. And then, like I said earlier, that would be recorded and everything would be in the Moodle. So the students, in case they miss
okay.
out anything, they can go back to the Moodle, check it out, or personally contact the professor and try and figure out the missed part, where they can talk to the professor and do the classes again. Not the classes, but then they can talk to the professor about what they missed out. Yeah.
So,
It's a
okay.
good.
Okay, Dilasa, can you please check if we have any queries from our viewers? Because I can't.
Not yet. I'm just checking. The last one is from Himal, and like there are lots of like from Raju sir is saying hello, good morning to all, and
Mhm.
like from there is our beautiful Pratima. He says
Hello.
hello. She's saying hello, and from the Niranjan Pradhan sir, like he's saying good morning, Nishan.
Good morning.
Oh,
So, okay, so let's
so
discuss
there is a
about the.
one funny question from one student. Okay,
Funny
just
question.
it's a funny question. Maybe we will get the degree without the exam, like the college kids. It's a
Like the
funny
college
question.
gets?
Yeah, because basically nowadays what is happening, like in Nepal also, there is no going to happen like SSC, and like they are going to get the result according to their like previous present previous performance, right? So is it
Oh,
possible if the it's a funny question. That's why I'm telling it's a funny question.
no, and I just checked the questions in your Facebook page. It's because no, not possible. You need to sit down for an exam to get a degree.
You are not a school
No.
kid.
I'm telling you, it's a funny question.
Yeah. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing at the questions right now. I agree with traveling because, yeah, but you enjoy the ride and the view. Are you sure you enjoy the ride and the view? Because mostly the students are, oh, I want to study here, there because it's near to my home and stuff. So yeah,
Okay.
because she's
And like,
having too much fun time right now.
yeah. And what about for reappearing their internship program? Is there any chance of like if they could reappear this internship later on because due to this COVID-19 they kind of could not travel and they could not do the proper internship. So is it possible
Mhm.
if they could reappear the internship program?
Uh, I had a talk with my management, but then according to them, it won't be possible because, you know, my students are in fourth semester right now. For them to reappear means they do nothing this semester, right? So, like I said earlier, they cannot just stay in, if they were not onshore, but they were offshore, they could have certainly done something about it. But then, since they are onshore and they need to have the students do or get enrolled in something. So that is the main reason why the college has decided the remaining hours they would consider with with the project and the assignment for the students, because and then once that's submitted, they finish the degree.
Okay. So talking about the ICMS itself, what is the USP of ICMS? Why our student then they choose ICMS? No doubt we know the answer, but even though for our new viewers,
Uh, yeah. So basically,
Especially for
ICMS.
the new students.
No, I understand. So yeah. So basically, ICMS for ICMS is the main thing is like we are the main part what we focus on. We're a career focused organization. Okay, we're a career focused institutions. For us, what we try and build up is we're trying to build up students where they are so much trained so that as soon as they graduate, they actually can fit in the job thing. They can get a job right away and stuff. So I think we're focusing more on that. If you see our programs also, that's the reason why we have our internship in the fourth semester. uh, I if not this year, let's not consider this year because of the COVID thing. I'm sure many of our students are having a hard time
yeah.
because hospitality is hit the most, right? uh, but if you see in a normal time, we have our internship in the fourth semester. The student can then apply for their post-study work visa, so they can continue. Many students who have done internship with us, they have actually continued their internship and taken it as a job for another 2 years. So I think that's what we are trying to give to our students. Like I always say, you coming to Australia, any institution you study to, they're going to give you a good degree. They're there because they go give out a good degree, right? But our focus is we are trying to give you a good degree with that experience where you can actually sell yourself in the market. You can get job right away. If you see, we've been ranked number 1 in hospitality for graduate employability as well. Our main campus, like I saw Vikas asking me, Isha Didi, are you in Australia? No, because this is ICMS picture that I've posted here. So yeah, so that's our main campus. That's our main campus. Yeah, and we're based in Manly. Manly has been ranked number 1 beach in Australia right now. And also recently we had a survey done where our students were ranked higher than group of 8 universities for skill development as well.
Oh,
I think
that's very nice.
these are few of the things which the employers will actually look into your CV, right, when you're applying for a job. And coming from an institution where you get a degree from these institutions will make a huge difference when you're applying for certain jobs as well. So yeah, these are just few of the USPs. And the best part, yeah, for the fourth semester internship, we charge you no money.
Oh,
So that's
yeah.
a free of cost. So
And
the
there is one more question. I think
Yep.
Okay, here is I think this is she's a new student, like she's like a new viewer for our this
Mm-hmm.
live session. So she's asking one question, like it's a even we can answer, but I think you would answer this question. Can you tell about which program offers scholarship and internship? I don't think that. I think you should answer this question. Like this is from the Lakshmi Khan Sankhi.
Okay. Hello, Lakshmi. Welcome to the live show, firstly. But yeah,
Hello.
so let me just tell you this first. ICMS, we are just management based college, okay? So we're not giving out anything from the other faculties. It's just management. So in management, what we are giving out for, if you're looking into masters, because you've not clearly said if you're looking for bachelor's or masters, but if you're looking into masters, what we're giving out right now is MIB International Business, Master of Management, specialization in tourism and hospitality, and Master of Management, just Master of Management that we call, which is similar to an MBA, and Master of Event Management. So all four courses have internship opportunities. Even if you're doing MIB with us or you're doing an MBA with us, we have internship opportunity for these students in their fourth semester. So if a student needs to get a degree from ICMS, they have to go through an internship. Okay, so this is how our degree works. Talking about scholarship, if you're a postgrad student, we're giving scholarship up to 50% of the tuition fees. For that, you have to be eligible in ways like you have to have at least 3.5 GPA and above. You have to have a 4 years bachelor's degree, and your IELTS should be minimum 6.56, overall 6.5, each band 6. Then you'll have an essay to write, and then an interview with the scholarship team who would decide on the scholarship. So this is actually this is for everyone. And like I said, the internship is all for all the students, be it bachelor's or master's. 100% of the students, they have to graduate with internship. Without internship, they cannot graduate.
So talking
I
about the
hope I.
internship, yeah. Talking
Yeah.
about the internship, ICMS internship is the most important thing in the program, schedule.
Yeah.
So we all know that internship program of ICMS is very popular, and it helps our student to enhance
Mm-hmm.
their skills, their talent, you know. And
Yeah.
so can you please little bit highlight on that and its your industry connection with ICMS with this internship programs?
Okay. So I'll just give you a brief about how we work on our internship program. Okay. So I think right now, if you see, ICMS has been actually focused more because of our internship program. First, because I think that's because of the ranking we have for
Mhm.
graduate employability as well. 90% and more of our students before they graduate, they actually already have jobs in hand, right? That's because our internship, when we talk about industry partners, we have a large number of industry partners who are linked with us. Okay. And it's not just that. If you see, if you go around Sydney, if you go around Australia as well, I think we've made a pretty good mark about ICMS students in the industry. So whenever the students are actually going and applying for jobs, they can the employer actually gives their CV a little bit priority seeing ICMS graduate as well. So
No,
that's how that's one of the best things that we are being able to sell about ICMS in the market. For ICMS, if you see, our main intention is how can we be helpful for students? How can we make the students' life easier? How
Mhm.
can we make the student study better or get a proper or get a better opportunity, right? For that, what we've done is, I think all the departments are working similar for that. If you see, for us also, even though we are based in Nepal, we do just traveling Sydney a couple of times, but we are constantly in touch with our students, trying to know what's happening with them, what problem they have. So right now, if you see also, like I said, again, because I've been talking to him almost every day
Uh-huh.
about his situation and about what we can go forward with. So if any student wants to choose ICMS, I think they should look into the internship program as well, because at the end of the day, you're going abroad, you're going to spend a lot of money. I think internship would be the best ROI on your investment right now.
So Isha, can you name some of like industry that has been ICMS is linked up with?
Few organizations that my students are currently working on are Shangri-La, Holiday Inn. They're working in Accor hotels. They're working in Marriott. They're working in Hilton as well. Few students are also working. They've chosen restaurants instead of hotels because they want to get more, practical knowledge about how a restaurant works. Because their main intention is to maybe come back and open up a restaurant here in Nepal. So yeah, these are just few of the students that my few Nepalese students are currently working as well.
Okay, so can you please share any success stories of Nepalese students? If PEC student would be better.
A PC student, I think yes. I think Sumona is Sumona was a student who joined ICMS from PEC.
Yeah.
From your Lalitpur branch, right?
She's from
I think she turned out to be one of the most interesting student I met. Okay. It was really fun to be with her, and then she was the main thing I liked about her was she was confident in herself, right? So we had to do was just a little bit of doing stuff, and then I think before she graduated also she had many offers in hand, and then she did her internship in Shangri-La and then continued her job in Shangri-La itself. So so she was there. My first graduate also did the same thing. Then my student who was working in Holiday Inn also, when he was doing his internship and he just reached like second month of internship, he was already informed that as soon as he finishes his internship, he'll be offered a 2-year contract. So these are just few of the stories we have from Nepalese as well. The best part about why I like to share these stories are, when we started promoting this and we did not have any Nepalese who had graduated from ICMS, because I think it's just been 3 years we have started taking Nepalese students. I used to tell these stuff, but then when you have a proper student from your community who has actually done that, sharing these stories are even better, right? Because now like, okay, because I've been an international student myself, and there are many questions where you think, you say like, okay, maybe this opportunity is not for people from Nepal or any other South Asian country. We have that feeling, whenever we post a success story of someone, they're like, oh, maybe it's for people from other regions, not for people coming from our region. But like, these are a few of the stories where you can actually prove that, students going from Nepal are also doing really good out there, and they're studying really properly.
We have lots and lots of students over there in ICMS, and they are doing pretty good. In terms of their studies, their work, everything. We had a chat with them every now and then. So they are doing very good, and we are very happy and proud of them, of course.
Me too.
Yeah.
They haven't got any kind of like bad news for us. Like, they are very happy with the like ICMS program. Like,
I'm glad they're very happy with it. I'm glad we have been able to meet expectations.
The students who are already studying in Australia, most of the students, and they are telling like something is going on. They used to share something else, like as you know, Vikas, Himal, this gang is very like close to us, and like beside that, Subhak is doing very good. So I think it's a proud moment for us, even though this is a pandemic situation, but our student is doing well. I think we don't have to say anything.
As long as my students are doing really good and they're happy with what they have received, I think that's our job done, because that's what we promised to do.
And for this, thanks to you, special thanks to you, Isha, because you've done a great job.
Thank you.
And we are almost end of our session. So once again, I want to tell that we have with us today country manager of ICMS, Isha Shrestha ji. So if you have any queries, please talk to us. We have here to answer your queries. So talking on that note, so one questions that I always want to ask you is that what skills should you think the student should have, apart
Mm-hmm.
from their academic skills before they are
Mm-hmm.
going to abroad, not only in Australia, in any country of the world.
Okay, so this goes out to each and every student, even if they're staying back in Nepal. This what you need to know is, you know, no matter how much good you're in academics as well, what you need to have is try and just get little extra skills, right? Because I think I last time I was at PEC, I was telling Dilasha this the same thing because I have had so many students who have applied for my scholarship. Okay, so this is just an example. So
Mhm.
one student who has a 3.5 GPA and the other student who has a 3.7 GPA, both are eligible to apply for scholarship, but the 3.7 GPA might not get the scholarship and the 3.5 might get it. That's because of the communication skill the student has, it's not just the academic, it's how you communicate yourself to other people. You need the main, I think the main important skill we need right now, be it wherever you are, is your communication skill. Okay, you need to be confident in yourself first. I think the first thing is we being in Nepal, we should believe in ourselves. We should think, yes, I can do this. I'll go there,
Yeah.
I'll do this. Let's not think about, maybe we are not made for this. Let's not do it. Let's try and prove that we're made for this, right? So if you're going, and students who are going abroad also, what they need to understand, I've seen so many students who are, who are so quick, like they're like, okay, I don't want to waste my time. By the time I'm waiting for my visa, maybe I try and get more skills to my list, maybe join a cookery class, or maybe go for a driving class, maybe go for a barista class. So these are the skills you actually need when you're actually going abroad, because when you're going for a part-time job, you're either working in a restaurant, right? You're either working in a restaurant or a hotel or stuff, and these are the stuffs you do. So why not just uh, get, instead of just staying home or going around and waiting for your visa, just try and get the skill, get a certificate, go there, and that would actually help you get a part-time job as well. Many students don't understand the importance of it, but I think now, because of their friends, they've started. Because any students who are studying, who are in Australia, whenever they know their friends are coming, maximum tell them right now, oh, please bring a driver's license, but in a good way, not yeah,
Not in a bad way.
not just making a driving license, but like learning how to drive and stuff. But yeah, students should mainly do that. But any student who have started thinking about the future, just research as well. Just try and find out what is a better option for you, and let's not regret later on. Yeah, that's what I need to tell the student. Hi, Amar. He's just saying hi.
And there is one more like from the Kamal Thapa. It's like he's telling that hello everyone. And there is one
Hello.
message from SK sir, like hello, good morning. Because of the lockdown, what's happening to the internship? Is the life coming to normal in Sydney? Like
Yeah,
from the
internship SKG. I informed about the internship earlier. About the life coming to normal, we're expecting it to be normal starting from next month. Like if like we've seen the news, the cases are decreasing and they've started to open up. So we're expecting it to be not very normal, but a little normal from next month. And we're expecting that the classes would start face to face starting from July. Yeah, but still fingers crossed.
yes, fingers crossed.
Any more questions we have?
Okay, like from the cheering sir, like it's he's telling like hi Isha, Purnima, Dilasha, good going. Thank you, cheering
Hello,
sir.
Chiringji.
Purnima di, tapeko your voice is not coming.
Oh, Purnima, you're on mute again.
You
Yeah.
are,
I said thank you, Chiring sir. We are enjoying too.
yes, we are enjoying. We are. I'm feeling that I'm in my table in office like
Yeah. And I'm sitting right in front of you, right?
you. Yes. And Purnimadi is just behind us in like beside my table as usual.
Yeah. And then she comes to me and says, Isha, there's one student. Can you please counsel them?
Yes. And I'm telling, please first mine and like just interview my student and get to it.
Yeah. But yeah, it was fun today. It was fun today.
Yeah. So lastly, like, can you?
So any last anything that you want to share with our students, especially?
Yeah. So the students who are currently at Sydney right now, please don't get scared. Everything will be over soon. We're in this together. Anything we can help you off with, we're trying our level best to do it. You know, I'm always there. I'm just a phone away. You can just message me. Anything is going on. For new coming students, if you have decided, to come to ICMS to do your further studies, please be in contact with professional. If you want to talk to me or not meet me right now in this lockdown, but if you want to speak with me with further anything, just contact PC. They can connect me with you over the phone, and we can, discuss your case. So yeah, all the very best, everybody. Stay safe, stay home in Nepal,
Stay home.
especially. Yeah, let's just help all the frontline officers in,
Yes.
bringing this thing down. Every day we are
Yes.
increasing day by day. Let's not
Yes.
make it worst.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's just stay home. Professional will be coming every day live, entertaining you. So just stay home, enjoy it.
We'll be
Yeah.
there.
And sorry?
We'll be there.
Yes. So yeah.
Yes.
So they even have the online classes running. So join the online classes.
Yes.
Make
It's
make
from like
proper
4 to 5. We
utilization.
have it's. I'm just telling the time.
Make
It's
proper
like 4 to 5. We are
utilization.
running the online classes. Yes.
So why not online classes? IELTS for free. I would have definitely done it. Can I join as well?
Yes.
Sure, why not?
Sure.
So yeah. So please do that.
Yeah. And
Yes.
my dear friends, my dear students, Isha is literally a phone call away. If you need anything, please feel free her to call. She's always there for you. And I really appreciate this. She's always in touch with our students, no matter what, 24/7 she's there. So lastly, once again, thank you very much, Isha, and really, really appreciate your presence and to get good information about ICMS and the current situation. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having
Isha.
me again.
So
Thank you so much for having me again,
and
guys.
for our students, please stay tuned. We have at 1 o'clock, country representative of ECU, Mr. Sanjeev Thapa is coming live
with us.
Yeah, please stay tuned and don't forget to like our FB page and Instagram. And please come on our live sessions daily basis. So saying that, I like to say thank you once again, Isha, and bye-bye. Take care. Stay home.
Bye. Take care. Speak
Bye.
soon.
Bye. Take care. Stay safe.
All. Bye.
Bye.